Kenya will neither recognize nor respect the judgment that will be rendered next week by the International Court of Justice, ICJ, in a protracted maritime boundary dispute with Somalia. The government position was communicated by Foreign Affairs Principal Secretary Ambassador Macharia Kamau in a news conference attended by Deputy Chief of the country's military, Lieutenant General Francis Ogola, and Solicitor General Ken Ogeto. The stand today echoes President Uhuru Kenyatta's position a fortnight ago that Kenya will not cede an inch of its territory to Somalia or any of her neighbors. And in what could point to Kenya's readiness to flex its military might on Somalia, the president vowed to use any means to protect the country's territorial integrity. Francisca Shuri has the details.
A four-man team from Foreign Affairs, State Law Office and the Defense Forces communicated a 10-paragraph statement on Kenya's long-running maritime boundary dispute with Somalia and an International Court of Justice verdict on the row that will be rendered on Tuesday.
The delivery of the judgment will be the culmination of a flawed judicial process that Kenya has had reservations with and withdrawn from on account not just of its obvious and inherent bias, but also of its unsuitability to resolve the dispute at hand.
15 days ago, Kenya walked out of the court and as such will not recognize or honor the decision on its standoff with Somalia.
The judgment of the court, whichever way it decides, will have profound security, political, social, and economic ramifications in our region and beyond.
At the heart of the dispute, a territory that is 30,000 square nautical miles in the Indian Ocean with vast oil and gas deposits that both countries claim. It is also fish-rich and an economic lifeline for Kenyan fishermen, while Kenya insists any interpretation of the boundaries should take a 45-degree turn at the shoreline and run in a latitudinal pattern. Somalia holds that the border between the two nations at the Indian Ocean runs southeast as an extension of the land border, a dispute that takes a different tangent after Kenya's withdrawal from the International Court of Justice.
The Lieutenant General.
But it was the presence of Vice Chief of Defense Forces, Lieutenant General Francis Ogola, at the news conference that pointed to Kenya's likely option in its territorial standoff with Somalia.
The first threat to Kenya's territorial integrity was overt and direct. That happened during the Shifter War of 1967-1969. Then, we ably and successfully, as a country, demonstrated our resolution and steadfastness in the commitment to safeguard and protect our territorial integrity. We remain resolute and steadfast in the same commitment today.
Last month, President Uhuru Kenyatta, who is also the Commander-in-Chief of Defense Forces, handed regimental colors to the military base in Manda, Lamu County. In July this year, the president graced an elaborate military drill at Boni Forest, not far away from the disputed territory in the Indian Ocean. That day, the president was categorical on Kenya's territorial integrity.
Wale ambao wanafikiria ya kwamba hatuko tayari kulinda mipaka yetu, wajue hiyo ni ndoto.
Sisi tuko tayari kufanya vile inatakana kuhakikisha kwamba nchi yetu inabaki vilivyo.
Somalia has accused Kenya of grabbing its territory by altering boundaries at the Indian Ocean and sought recourse at the International Court of Justice.
Tuajua mipaka yetu. Sisi tuaheshimu mipaka ya wengine. Hatudai inchi moja ya inchi ingine. Hapana. Tumetosheka na ile inchi Mwenyezi Mungu ametupatia.
Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV.